So this week we were asked to create a database um, that could be used to track candidates that are applying for open positions at a fictional company. This fictional company is supposed to be a company of database management experts. Um, so to begin, I started with a little research online about the types of positions that might be open at a company of database management experts. And you can find that information online at one helpful site, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They have an occupational outlook handbook uh, where you can look up different occupations and learn what their sort of pay is, what sort of education you need to have to do that job, and what the outlook is for that industry in general. So, based on the information provided here, I created some fictional job openings, fictional candidates, and fictional interviewers, put them into a database to show how Access can be used to manage that sort of tracking. So here we are in Access, and you can see that I created 3 tables. One with the job openings at the company, another with the candidates that would be applying, and a third with the interviews that were held. So if we start with the candidates, I'm going to open that one. And let me close this view here. So here are the candidates. This is all fictional information. And I started in the design view for the table and created the fields that I would need and assigned a data type. That way, every time I enter information, I don't need to format it. Access will automatically format it for me. For example, the first field here is a candidate ID, and that's going to be a number that gets auto-generated for each new entry. And Access can do that for me. I also assigned a primary key to each table that I created so that I could create relationships between the tables that would then populate a query in the end. So if we look at the job openings table, you can see again that I have some fields that I created that I wanted to keep track of the job openings. I have some fictional information here. Oh, I see a typo. Let me fix that. And then again, I did this one in the design view where I created my columns or the fields or the type of information I want to store. I assigned it a data type so that I wouldn't have to format it every time. So this one has a different data type here with the currency. So that's helpful. And the last table I created was the interview table. Again, keeping track of them. And if you see in the first 2 fields here, the interview and the candidate ID, and the candidate ID and the job opening ID, I don't have to enter anything there. There's a number that's auto-generated that's pulled from the previous 2 tables. So I don't have to re-enter their information anymore. So now I'm going to close all of the tables so I can show you the query that I generated. For this query, I wanted to see all of the applicants that applied that were ranked 3 or lower, 1 being the highest. So this is helpful when I want to see what's going on. Perhaps someone else in the company might be putting this information in, but if you generate this query, you can see or a query, you can see the information that you want from all the tables that have the relationships at once.